But like in every exciting story, there's a turning point. For Peloton, that moment came in 2019 with the release of an ad that caused a lot of controversy. It was November 21st, 2019, and all the brands were competing to launch the best holiday commercial of the year to boost their sales. During this season, the goals seemed to be clear: to communicate that your product is the best gift for the holidays. That's how the Peloton commercial came about, or at least that's how we imagine it started in the creative meetings. The commercial, less than a minute long, entitled "The Gift That Gives Back," showed an apparently perfect family in their seemingly perfect mansion celebrating Christmas. So far, nothing unusual. But then, the husband gave his wife a gift wrapped with a huge red bow, a Peloton stationary bike. The woman's reaction to receiving the expensive exercise equipment was, to say the least, confusing. With a mix of nervousness and excitement, she looked directly at the camera and said, "A little nervous, but excited. Let's do this." What exactly were they going to do? The tone and ambiguity of her words made viewers uneasy. From there, the ad followed the woman over a year, documenting her journey as she dove into the world of Peloton. We saw her getting up before dawn to get on the bike, sweating and pushing herself in each spinning session. She documented everything with selfies, videos, and social media posts. At one point, the camera captured her almost desperate expression of pride when the virtual instructor shouted her name during a class. But the most striking part was the physical change the woman experienced over the year. It was minimal. She had probably lost some weight and toned her body thanks to the intense workouts on the Peloton bike, but she was practically the same slim woman who started the ad. And at the end, she showed her husband a video of her transformation with a grateful look on her face. "A year ago, I didn't realize how much this would change me. Thank you," she said to her husband. In seconds, the ad that was meant to celebrate Peloton's fitness and healthy lifestyle became the focus of criticism and accusations of promoting harmful stereotypes about women's body image and toxic gender dynamics. Social media exploded with angry comments from users calling the ad sexist and elitist. Some argued that the commercial's premise suggested that the woman's value was tied to her physical appearance, and that she only became interesting after losing weight thanks to the Peloton bike. Others criticized the fact that the husband gave his wife an expensive piece of exercise equipment, implying that she might not have asked for it or that he expected her to fix herself physically to please him. Spending over $2,000 on exercise equipment for someone else is no small thing, especially when it's unclear if she wanted it, though judging by her expressions, she definitely didn't. In the end, that documentary she made also served as proof of how much she used that gift throughout the year. Some even compared the ad to a dystopian horror movie, suggesting that the woman seemed forced to exercise obsessively to meet her husband's expectations. And if you look closely, during the video playback, she seeks her husband's approval, who is obviously pleased. Seeing it this way, it's extremely strange and uncomfortable to watch. How did anyone approve this? The flood of criticism quickly hit Peloton's finances. Within days, the company's stock nosedived, losing millions of dollars in value. Worried about how the controversy might affect the brand's reputation and sales, investors started pulling out. The backlash hit Peloton stock so hard that they dropped over 9% by the end of the week. It was, to put it mildly, one of the most ridiculous blunders they could have made. Just a couple of months earlier, they had joined the Nasdaq, the second largest electronic stock exchange in the US, with over 3,800 companies. Now, Peloton Interactive stock was plunging. Peloton made $915 million in revenue in 2019, double that of the previous year and 4 times more than when they started. They had overcome other issues too. In 2018, they lost $200 million due to high marketing expenses, and they had to spend another $300 million to deal with copyright lawsuits from record labels. The ad, "The Gift That Gives Back," might have been the tipping point for a marketing team that either didn't know what they were doing or wanted to sabotage the company. Peloton tried to defend itself by saying they just wanted to celebrate fitness and women everywhere. But people weren't buying it. The controversy had hit a nerve in society, and apologies didn't seem enough to calm things down. Some experts said Peloton made a big mistake by not expecting the negative reaction to the ad. In today's world, where consumers are more aware of the messages and ads, the company failed to understand and adjust its marketing strategy. Others noted that the ad showed a disconnect between Peloton and its target audience. Ironically, about 49% of Peloton's users were women, but they didn't seem to consider their perspective in the ad, which is pretty telling. But beyond the criticisms and analysis, it was clear that the Christmas ad controversy had seriously damaged Peloton's reputation. Despite the company's efforts to downplay it, public opinion had been affected, and winning back consumer trust wouldn't be easy. From running more inclusive ads to taking on corporate social responsibility initiatives, the company showed it was ready to learn from its mistakes and keep up with the times.